this is an exercise for coaches who, particularly in the corporate environment, have to have conversations with people who really need help maintaining a positive emotional state. And I know when you're, for example, if you're doing training or you're doing high stakes negotiations, if you're doing any of the high pressure things with executives, for example, this is a great process to use to help them manage their state. So if you're coaching one-on-one with somebody in a leadership position who's under a lot of pressure, this is going to help them maintain their state. I'm thinking of you and some of your entrepreneurs. Yes. They have to balance many things together, and lots of people get into a bad way, get into a negative state. This is a process, the one on page 19, which is very helpful to take them through. Simply, there's a number of steps here. I've summarized them here. Again, you make a frame. The introduction frame is, I'd like to talk to you about staying in a resourceful state because of all the challenges you have to face. Like if you're leading a team, and I think of sometimes, I think of some of the IT teams you have, I mean, they don't have a lot of experience in actually the running of teams. They're IT experts. And so how they are influences their whole team. So I like to do a little framework, look at the best ways of staying in a positive state. And this is a very typical NLP process. Here we just go straight from the resources and then applying them to an awareness of issues. So what I'd like to do is have you look at this. Luca has agreed to be a demonstration subject with me. I'd like to do a demonstration of the process. You can follow along on here. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, it's going to be a short demonstration. Raise your hands, we'll pause and answer your question, okay? So Luca, if you would come up, thank you. And I'm going to get up on this chair. Can I ask you, Veronica, will you hold this for me, please? And I will get on the chair. Oh, and we'll turn that out. Okay, you can do that. You don't really want that in your face, then I see. You don't want it in your face? Je ne comprends pas.
Hey, that's good. You practiced.
I did. You know, every year these chairs get higher. I do not understand. Thank you. And can you pass me my pen? Thank you very much. Yeah, let's people move. So there we are. I'm in the chair. Can you all see what you need to see? If not, please move. Okay. So Luca, we were talking just a moment about how to stay, a moment ago, about how to stay in a really positive state, and your best ways of doing that, even when stuff happens that puts you in a negative state. Is that okay if we talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were telling me about a time when you got into a negative state, yes, and then you transformed it into something else that was more positive. Do you want to tell me about it?
So
tell us about it?
I work in a company as a quality and after sales manager, and I'm dealing normally at the director level. In our company, we have the R&D director, who is a little bit a crazy guy. So he has an office full of engineers.
So we know the problem is other people, right? We're clear on this.
Yeah.
When you ask,
right?
When you ask something to him, normally the answer you get is an email not like this that is insulting you. Because here we are not losing time, we are not...
we're not going to waste time on your stupid questions. Okay, all right, yeah.
And the risk is that you get it personally in the moment, and then you get angry immediately and say, okay, now we'll go there, and I will tell this, and I tell that.
And so, how do you, but you said this is a situation that you can easily transform into something more positive. It is annoying.
It's became an attitude for him,
okay,
it was an attitude for me as well, so in a matter of minutes, I take a distance from this content of the email because it's not directed to me. It's a problem of state manager for him, and then I start laughing on this and say, okay, yeah, your ass is mine. If you are in this state, I can do whatever you want now.
So the realization is that it's his problem.
Yes.
His problem is managing his own state, and he's having the problem.
Yes, it's not the reality affecting me. It's not against me as a person. but it's a matter with the job.
Okay, so the thing that enables you to transform this is you think about what state the other person is in.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what we're doing right now. We're identifying what made it possible for Luca to transform his own state. And in this case, I mean, most people know. If you said, well, what made it possible for you to transform the annoying
Because
feeling
it's sort of
to
a
that?
state that he needs help
Right,
and not to be insulted from me
okay.
as a response to
Okay.
his message.
So your first response was to take it personally, but then you realized that it's more about him than you.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we're already picking, we ask a person to pick a situation in which they have already resolved this, because now we're going to apply it to something else, right? So are there other times when you get into a state that's not helpful for you to do the kind of work you want to do? Is there an example you're thinking of?
Yes.
Okay, what would that be?
Also in the job environment, in the part which is related to the after-sales service,
Mhm.
I normally get, let's say, calls and disappointed customer for 80,000 pounds. So when I
Okay,
come
so
in,
the customer is disappointed about something?
Yes,
That's the call you get?
yes,
Okay.
because the product is broken, the
Mhm.
product is not easy to use, it's not suitable, it's not fit the specification, whatever you want, on a global level. So in the morning when I come, I open my mails, I typically get 20 mails, 30 mails of complaint, and you feel immediately frustrated, you start.
Great way to start a day, huh?
Yeah, it's perfect start from the day, and then normally what I do is I read to them, then I stop, look at the email, I stand up, I make a tour in the factory.
Okay, let's just go back to that moment because I want to do something with that.
Okay.
So you have this one example, I'm just backtracking here. You have the one example where you get an email based on a request and you transform how you feel into an understanding of how the other guy is feeling and what he needs. In this case, you get 20 or 30 emails, which if you don't do something, they make
This
it climbs up. Okay? So, and you're aware of that when that happens, right? So just following along, aware, now we're doing awareness of issues, right? If you look back at this situation, which you say happens every day, so we don't have to look back so far.
Yeah.
Yesterday, okay.
Yesterday.
When you look at how that makes you feel, what are the triggers in there for you? Is it the number of emails? Like what is it that sets this off?
It's the number of emails, yes, if I have few, it's easy to set them off.
Okay.
And if you have a lot, and the content as well. So if it's a very big problem, and you have 10 of a big problem to start the day, it could be a very difficult day.
Okay. And I'm curious, if you look at what you did over here, and you look at these situations here, how does this situation help you figure out what you need to do with that situation? Because this is one that you easily transform, and this comes in every single day, and if you're not careful, you get to feel bad every single day. So how can this help you with that?
Because in the same way, somehow the complaint is not directed to me as a person, but it's directed to the product, to the job, to the management system, and so on. So if I step back and I step out of my emotion in the moment,
Okay.
then I will be able to see the things in a different perspective, and I can gain again my state stability to answer in a positive way.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get lost in the
Yeah.
emotion.
And then you do another one, and you do
Creative.
another. Okay. So you've got two different strategies here. One where it's easy to get stuck and caught into the number of emails,
Yeah.
and they're aimed at you, and they're all criticisms and blah, 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 blah. And another one where it was very easy for you to step back. And what you've just said is you can use this same strategy there. Okay, so if you go back to work after this course is finished, and you've been away for a few days, so of course we all know what happens to email when you've been away for a few days. Do you know what happens to email when you've been away for a few days? Okay, so we go back, you're brave one morning and you open your computer.
I think there's something like 300.
There's 300, okay. So it'd be really helpful to have your strategy. What happens then? Yeah.
Then normally...
No, now you're thinking about it, because now we've looked at the strategy used here and how useful it is over here. So when you go back, how are you going to use this to help with that? Now that you've got 300, not 30.
Okay, use the same strategy, of course, and I step back
Okay?
and I see that it's nothing against me directly as a person, so I don't feel insulted, but it's something related to an issue with the job, with the product. Perhaps sometimes it's not even an issue, because the customer doesn't know how to use the product and jump to the conclusion that the product does not fit the requirement. That's not the case.
Okay.
It was a matter to explain the feature or how to use the device properly.
So when you think about going back and dealing with the stuff that's coming in, how do you feel about it now?
Feasible.
Okay.
I can do it.
And so there's 300 that have come in. I'm testing here.
It's a bit more annoying at the moment, but 300 you don't read all together.
Okay.
You split in pieces, so at the end you split sort of day by day.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. I'm going to get you to stay here. This was a very quick example of how you take already defined strategy and apply it very quickly to somewhere new. So pick a situation in which you had a negative emotional state, but you got out of it. Put it in your left hand so that you can then refer to it. Then the problem situation, when I'm working with executives, we do this very, very casually. Sometimes I do this on the phone, where somebody talks about a high-stakes presentation they have to make that they're really nervous about. Then I ask them, have you ever been in a situation where you felt really negative to begin with, and you did something that made it better? Like I changed the subject completely, right? And then we talk about how that happened. And I say, okay, so you're feeling a little worried, a little bit negative about this presentation. How is that? And then we actually get them, I'm physically putting it over here. And when I'm on the phone, I'm saying, this strategy in my left hand, if I put it in front of you, right? Because on the phone, you just describe what you're doing. If you're in person, you just do it, right? How does this strategy help you with that? And on the phone, you just say that. So how does this strategy, how can that help with this problem, with this issue that you're thinking about now, this presentation, this challenge, etc. So again, we're using their success strategies from something they resolved in the past and giving them an opportunity to do that. And then getting them to think it through and then testing it.